transfer those? Can you transfer those off the phone?
Well,
he did somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
You could pick the ones you wanted anyway and send them out.
Here, let me look through.
If you needed any of those. What I did is, when we went to Reno, we built these two big boards up and had photos all over the place of how we built it, whatever. And
you mind if I send these out from your phone to my email address? Is that
sure.
Okay? Okay.
Absolutely. Then I went through and took the outer cover off and then took individual shots of the ones, because somewhere I have a lot of the...
It won't let me share them for some reason, so...
maybe there's too many.
Yeah, maybe... if your son's got him, maybe we can talk to him. If he's got it electronically someplace, maybe the two of you guys can coordinate and get him off of that way. There's some great stuff in here. I remember seeing these pictures someplace. You must have had, when you had those boards up, I must have seen them. But
and I still have those. They're out at the hangar.
We could maybe scan those too, if that was the worst case scenario. So okay. Well, if you guys will coordinate that would be great, because I'm not going to be here to do it. So.
And by the way, when I say I built the landing gear, I even installed it myself.
Really?
Yeah. The only thing I really didn't get involved in was the actual finish work of the sheet metal work. That's the reason we brought Davey up here. And but I did a lot of design, like the canopy frame and around and things like that, as far as that goes. But I can't. I look back at it now, and I look and think, and I look at these photographs, and I think, how in the world did we ever do all that?
Yeah. And everything, all the fabrication, all the skin work, everything was done in your shop. There was nothing farmed out.
The only thing we farmed out was like that photo you saw there, when they strengthened the landing gear, and then I had the attach points that I designed and built for designed for the stab. I had those machined, and then we, of course, on the Learjet, the actuator actually went up and down, set up and down. We couldn't do that, so I laid it with a bell crank in it to make that work. And I have to say this too, Bob Hoover called well into the project. John, he says, you really need to be careful. He says, I hear what you're doing back there. He says, I remember, he said, when I was North American, we put a turboprop engine on a T-28. Mm-hmm. And he said the tail came off of it. Here you're putting a whole different tail on an airplane. And he said, you need to really, really be careful. He said, you're putting test piloting back into the days of Yeager and Hoover.
Yeah.
It was really nice then to show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Did you build the motor that was in that airplane too?
That was my original goal, because when Tom Kelly only raced 1 year out there, and that was my engine from scratch. In fact, as we showed up in Reno, and it said DDI on it, and everybody, engine by DDI, and said, who was that? Oh, Dilly did it. Anyway, Tom, that engine ran so well, and that was the same engine I used for the original testing of Vendetta, so I knew the engine. Mm-hmm. If I would have just left that engine, it would have been fine, but no, ended up having Jack Hovey do it.
So after the induction incident, the
first engine was fine.
Yeah.
But the second one actually threw a rod twice. Mm-hmm. So.
And the prop, was it a specially modified prop, or?
No, it was a cuff blade. Mm-hmm. But I had one that I already had was modifying. It was one that I can't think of his name. The guy out of Casper, Wyoming. He's a banker. They had
Don Davis.
Don Davis, yeah.
I actually I had to testify against him I did it in a nice way, and his